In Days Gone, Deacon can earn experience points by mowing down the undead or completing missions and activities. When you level up, you're awarded a skill point which can be put into one of 3 skill trees: melee combat, ranged combat, or survival. While each hold crucial abilities to help aid in your survival in this treacherous world, here are the skills that we think are absolutely critical to being successful in Days Gone. When taking on multiple freakers at once, there's a good chance one of them is going to grapple you. Escape Artist allows you to take down the offender once you're free. After mashing the button prompt, you'll be prompted to press the triangle button at the correct time. Time it right, and you'll insta-kill your attacker. Field Repairs might be the most important skill you'll unlock early on. Ammo is scarce in the post-apocalypse, which means you're going to be using melee weapons a lot. Unfortunately, they can break fairly easily depending on the type, leaving you with nothing but a dinky boot knife. With the Field Repairs skill, you'll gain the option to fix up your favorite melee weapon with scrap found throughout the world. Keep an eye on the durability though. If it falls to 0, the weapon will still break without the option of repairing it. Did we mention that ammo was scarce already? We did, which means you're definitely not going to be wanting to miss too many shots. To help with this, you'll want to drop a point into Focus Shot, which allows you to slow down time for a few seconds while also dramatically increasing your aim. It has a cooldown of course, so make sure to use it wisely. Pair this with Crowd Control, which reduces the cooldown of Focus Shot, and you'll be able to use it more freely. Since stealth is such a key component in Days Gone, knowing where your enemy is at all times is crucial. With the Ear to the Ground perk, you'll now see the outline of enemies who are hidden when you trigger your survival vision. It helps a ton when trying to spot faraway snipers. The last thing you want is to be caught in a big group of freakers with little to no stamina to dodge roll or sprint away. With the Busted Lip ability, every time you take an enemy down with a melee kill, you'll get a bit of stamina back. It may not seem like much, but in a pinch, it's the difference between life or death. While the first hours of the game will have you focusing on smaller groups of freakers, you'll eventually be faced head-on with large packs of them called hordes. This is where 2 birds, 1 bullet comes in handy. It increases the projectile penetration of a bullet, allowing shots to pass through freakers and hit more behind it. The more freakers you can hit per bullet shots is always a good thing. It's a 5th tier skill, but it's necessary when things really start to heat up. In combat, you always want to be moving, but sometimes having to completely turn tail and sprint away from your enemies is a must. Being able to reload your gun while hastily escaping from the undead using the On the Move perk is pretty invaluable when the freaks are starting to overwhelm you. If melee combat is your thing, which most of the time it probably is, then just roll with it is essential. Dodging the many enemies you'll encounter will drain your stamina quick, but acquiring this handy skill makes your evasions cost much less. That's it for now, but for more on Days Gone, make sure to check out our tips to get you started on your adventure, or make sure to check out the first moments of the game. And of course, for much more on Days Gone, keep it right here at IGN.